What just happened behind closed doors in the world of silver? Elon Musk just executed a move that sent shockwaves through the tech and automotive industries. In a stunning twist, Tesla secured 85 million ounces of silver, outbidding Samsung in a high-stakes battle that could reshape the future of electric vehicles. And here's the kicker. While most were fixated on silver's record price of $92 per ounce, a massive war for resources was quietly unfolding behind the scenes. What does this mean for the future of electric vehicles, battery technology, and even your wallet? Stick around, because the real implications of this are only beginning to surface. This wasn't just a bid for silver, it was a war for the future of technology. Tesla's decision to secure 85 million ounces of silver was a direct shot across the bow of Samsung, who thought they were on track to revolutionize the EV market. Samsung, the company that was supposed to lead the charge with their breakthrough solid-state batteries, couldn't secure enough of the one resource that matters most. And now they're facing a crisis that could delay their entire solid-state battery rollout by a year or more. But here's the big question. Why is this happening, and what does it mean for the electric vehicle industry? Are we looking at the beginning of a new gold rush? Or is this just a sign of something much bigger unfolding? Stick with me, because the answers are closer than you think. On January 13th, 2026, Samsung realized something terrifying. They miscalculated. After months of planning and negotiations, they couldn't secure the silver needed to make their solid-state batteries a reality. In fact, when they tried to purchase 20 million ounces of silver for Q1, they only managed to secure 8 million, far from what they needed. At this point, silver wasn't just a cost. It was the difference between survival and failure. Enter Tesla. Elon Musk stepped in with a game-changing move. Tesla didn't just secure silver, they cornered the market. With 85 million ounces now under Tesla's control, they've positioned themselves as the only player who isn't worried about the upcoming silver shortage. But here's the part that no one is saying out loud. Tesla isn't just securing silver for their vehicles, they're securing the future of energy storage, battery technology, and beyond. And right now, Samsung is stuck trying to figure out how to catch up. As Tesla's move sent shockwaves through the industry, the stakes only escalated. Samsung, once on the verge of a technological breakthrough, now finds itself scrambling to keep up. But this isn't just about silver, it's about power. Power in the form of the most critical material in the next wave of technology. What's happening now is reminiscent of past shortages that reshaped entire industries. Think back to the early days of rare earth metals, when China single-handedly cornered the market and forced global manufacturers to bend to its will. Now, we're seeing a similar situation unfold, but this time the battle is for silver. The tech giants, Tesla, Samsung, Apple, are all fighting for a slice of a pie that's running out fast. And here's the unsettling truth. This shortage is being normalized. What should have been an isolated event is becoming the new reality. And if you're not paying attention, you might be left behind. Samsung's desperation reached new heights as the silver shortage became impossible to ignore. Despite raising their bids and offering premiums up to $48 over spot price, they were no match for Tesla's aggressive tactics. Tesla didn't just match the premiums, they shattered expectations. Tesla's bids were up to $70 over the COMEX spot price. Think about that for a second. At $90 per ounce, Tesla was paying $140 to $160 for silver, practically double the market value. And Samsung? They couldn't compete. Why? Because Tesla wasn't just buying silver. They were securing their entire future. In the blink of an eye, Tesla outmaneuvered Samsung, leaving them to rethink their entire strategy. This wasn't just a bidding war, it was a reminder that in the world of strategic resources, you either act fast or lose everything. Now the situation is getting dire. Samsung isn't just facing a supply chain crisis, they're caught in a mini crisis of their own making. While they're scrambling to secure silver, the clock is ticking down. In just a few short weeks, the entire global tech and automotive industry could be in the same boat. Here's why. While Samsung is racing to acquire silver, they're not the only ones eyeing the same precious resource. Tesla is already sitting on 85 million ounces, leaving Samsung, Apple, Google, and others wondering how they'll secure their own supplies. And with each passing day, the pressure is mounting. What happens if this continues? The industry risks not only delays, but full-scale production shutdowns. Every move made by these companies now is a reaction to a market that's spiraling out of control. And the real danger? it's only just begun. Now, let's bring this back to you, the consumer, the investor, the everyday person who relies on the technology around us. This isn't just a story about corporations fighting for market share. This is about real-world impact. When the silver you need to power electric vehicles, build solar panels, or create battery storage systems becomes scarce, the costs ripple down to you. It's not just about the price of silver skyrocketing, it's about your car, your energy bills, and even your tech products becoming more expensive, slower to arrive, or harder to find. Samsung's delay in launching their solid-state batteries isn't just a hiccup in their timeline. It's a delay that could affect car manufacturers and consumers worldwide. If this feels familiar, if you've seen the price of everyday goods rise, or if you've waited longer for a product than expected, say so in the comments. This is what happens when the supply chain breaks down. And the reality is, it's just beginning. So, what's really driving this crisis? It's not just a silver shortage, it's the deeper system at play, the system that's built on leverage, incentives, and the ever-present drive for innovation. These companies aren't scrambling just because they want to be the best. They're scrambling because they know the stakes. Tesla's purchase wasn't just a smart move. It was a strategic play to avoid getting left behind. The real issue here isn't just silver, it's control over the future. Silver is the backbone of the next generation technologies that will define the next decade. The companies that control it will lead, and the ones that can't secure it, they'll fade into obscurity. But here's the most unsettling part. The system that allows this to happen, the system of scarcity, hoarding, and raw market power has been quietly in the works for years, and now it's starting to unravel in front of our eyes. Now, let's look ahead. There are two possible futures unfolding before us. On one hand, you have companies like Tesla who've already secured their future by cornering the silver market. They have a buffer, a strategic advantage that's going to last for years. On the other hand, you have Samsung and others who are scrambling to catch up, and for them, the future is uncertain. They're facing massive delays, potential contract cancellations, and the possibility of not being able to meet the demands of their partners. What happens next is anyone's guess. Will the rest of the industry follow Tesla's lead and stockpile silver? Will the scarcity drive prices so high that it forces entire industries to rethink their plans? Or will a new player emerge making a game-changing move of their own? The next few months will decide everything. And right now, every move is more critical than the last. In the end, Tesla's 85 million-ounce silver procurement wasn't just a smart business decision. It was a move that reshaped the entire game. While Samsung is left scrambling to catch up, Tesla has locked in the critical materials to power its next decade of growth. And as the silver market tightens, this isn't just a story about who has the most metal. It's a story about who has the future. Because when silver hits $120 per ounce and beyond, it won't be just about prices. It'll be about control. And the companies that understand this will dictate the next wave of innovation. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, if you want to understand how these global shifts will impact you, hit that follow button. The silver battle is just the beginning.